private use of our audience. Any reproduction or rebroadcast, retransmission or other dissemination, or the use of this broadcast, descriptions, or accounts of this show without the express written consent of the Pacific Coast Sports Racing Association and the National Association of Professional Racing Leagues Incorporated is prohibited. On the PCSRA Sports Network from Learfield IMG College, welcome to the PCSRA Weekly Show's 2020 season. We're glad that you're with us to celebrate 10 years of the PCSRA, and we hope to see you every Monday and Tuesday here in the PCSRA Blue Hedgehog Studios in War Acres, Oklahoma. Today's PCSRA Weekly Show broadcast is brought to you by iHeartMedia, The Oklahoman, Newcastle, Rudy's Country Store and Barbecues, Harkin Steak and DUI. Now, in its 10th season with the call it today's PCSRA Weekly Show from the Blue Hedgehog Studios in War Acres, Oklahoma. Here he is, the adorable Blue Hedgehog, the voice of the PCSRA. Here he is, Daniel Voiles. And hello and good afternoon and welcome to the PCSRA Weekly Show, as the PCSRA Weekly Show is on the air here on the PCSRA Radio Network, the Blue Hedgehog TV, and on your mobile device with the PCSRA Radio Network. Daniel Voiles here in our PCSRA studios. We'll be joined by our amazing panelists in just a second as we're ready to talk the PCSRA Weekly Show. Yeah. On a Tuesday. It was going to be a Wednesday, but I forgot. I realized I had a Girl Scout event tomorrow with the drivers, so I decided, you know what, let's go ahead and move it over to the, move the show to today, so that way we are ready to go. So yeah, so hopefully you guys are doing well today. I hope everybody's doing well. By the way, I want to thank the Indian National Anthem that was going on in the background. So, yeah. Today's episode of the PCSRA Weekly Show, we're going to recap Homestead. We'll go over some news and notes, some top story news. We're going to talk about Homestead. We're going to rate the weekend. We'll talk about James Davidson getting an opportunity. We'll talk about Road America. We'll talk about the All-Star race that got moved as far as that's concerned. We'll talk about Tim Vines. And then we're also going to talk about... trying to think what else we need to talk about. I don't know what else we could... Oh, some F1 news that happened and all that good stuff. So we're going to do that in this episode of the Weekly Show. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and introduce my panelists. Joining me for the PCSRA Weekly Show is Nathan Orman and Zachary Taylor. Say hi, guys.
Hi.
What'd you say, Taylor? Just be glad somebody's not in this call, if you know what I mean. So, just be glad. Oh my word, that is a great way to start off the show, there, Taylor. So, all right. So with that being, wait, what did you say?
So
Yeah, the national anthem of India, which, by the way, we're. I just realized we're coming up to the 1 year anniversary of the passing of Tina Karthikeyan, who passed away because of suicide. So, yeah. But we're gonna have a new Indian driver probably coming on campus within the next couple of days. So, yeah. Anyway, with that said, let's kick off the PCSRA Weekly Show, presented by Zachary Taylor is the amazing friend in the whole wide world, by recapping the Xfinity race. By the way, Taylor, that was not a roast, just letting you know. Okay?
Okay, so now let's recap Homestead.
Yeah. Starting with the Xfinity Series, Hooters 250. Xfinity race was a doubleheader to make up one of the Iowa races, the first Iowa race. I did watch it with Orman and Taylor and friends, and here's how it all went down. We had a competition yellow because that was the requirement. Chase Briscoe, by the way, before the green flag wave, lost ballast in the rear of his car, which he had to come to pit road and went several laps down. Ended up getting his crew chief suspended for 4 races, along with his car chief. Then Cody Vanderwall apparently lost and blew up and something like that. Like, he probably had a broken valve or something like that. So he blows his engine, which ends stage number 1. That was won by Ryan Sieg, shockingly. And what was shocking is that Kyle Weatherman, Joe Graff Jr., some names we don't even talk a lot about in the Alex LeBay. Some names we don't. Then our first and only accident. Vinnie Miller, they apparently made it 4 wide. Vinnie Miller went underneath of Brett Moffitt. The two made contact going into turn 3. Moffitt goes around, takes the 78. Both of them into the wall. Both of their days are done. And it was really kind of a bad situation, if you know what I mean. Nothing else happened in stage 2. Noah Gragson won stage 2. Just as you thought Noah Gragson was going to go off in the distance and win the race, Ryan Sieg apparently had a mechanical failure because he broke something on his car. He spins out in turn 1. That brought out a caution, set up a late race restart, and when it was all said and done, it was Harrison Burton that took the checker flag and win the Xfinity race at Homestead in race 1. So the top 10 results for race 1 in the... Hi, David. So the top 10 results for race 1 of the Xfinity series went the following. Harrison Burton, the winner. Austin Cindric, second. Noah Gragson, third. Anthony Alfredo, fourth. Dale Earnhardt Jr. in his only start of the season, he comes away with fifth. Michael Annett, sixth. Chase Briscoe, despite the ballot issue and getting back on the lead lap, bounces back for 7th. Brandon Jones, 8th. Ross Chastain, 9th. And Riley Herbst complete the top 10. A couple of notables I want to give shout-outs to. J.J. Yaley almost getting a top 10 by finishing 11th. Jeremy Clements, 12th. Brandon Brown, 14th. Myatt Snyder, who's running for the full season, 15th. Joe Graff Jr., who just got a new sponsor, Bucked Up Energy, came home P16. Colby Howard, 17th. Colin Garrett, 21st. Josh Williams, 20th. Jeffrey Earnhardt, 19th. So good runs for some of the names we don't even talk about, if you know what I mean. I know, but I'm not in. We'll worry about that later. Then we. Anyway, then we get to the Truck Series race for the Bathurst L 200. I couldn't. I don't think I. No, I didn't watch it because I needed to go over some stuff with Betty Barrett as far as that's concerned, because so we had a competition yellow, no surprise there. Then our first actual incident, Zane Smith and Chase Elliott made contact. They collected Brett Moffitt and the 30 of don't help me, I can find it, Brendan Poole. The 21 and the 23 were very significant had significant damage and their race was already done. Chase Elliott continued. Nothing happened in the rest of stage 1. Ross Chastain won that stage. Nothing happened in stage 2. Kyle Busch won stage 2. Then Brendan Poole spun coming off turn number 2, as far as that is concerned. Then we had the 7 of Corbin Forster crashed off turn number 4. And also Sheldon Creed got involved on the front straightaway at the same time. That brought out a red flag.
Yeah, because Sheldon Creed hit the barriers.
Yeah, he hit the sand barriers. He pulled a Robbie Gord impression, if you know what I mean, from Richmond, from the Cup Series in 2002, as he hit the sand barrels. That brought out a 60-minute red flag. Then Jordan Anderson cut a tire down, which really sucked for Jordan. He was doing so well. Cut a right front tire down, hit the wall. His race was done. And at the end of the day, unfortunately, it ended pretty badly as the party pooper, Kyle Busch, sadly won the truck race. So the top 10 results for the Truck Series, as I was saying. Kyle Busch, the winner of the truck race, as we go to the top 10 results. Tyler Ingram, 2nd. Ross Chastain, 3rd. Chase Elliott, 4th. Johnny Sauter, 5th. Todd Gilliland, 6th. Austin Hill, 7th. Christian Eckes, 8th. Matt Crafton, 9th. And Ty Majeski completed the top 10. Then we had the second race for the Xfinity Series, the Contender Boats 250, which that is a weird race name, but nevertheless. I was actually asleep, so I didn't even see what actually happened, but I woke up and the race was already over, so. Of course, we had a competition, Then our first actual incident, and I want to thank Elijah for the pronunciation. Caesar Barasilia, or that's how you say his name, I don't freaking know, got together... Barasilia, that's what Adam Alexander said. But anyway, Caesar and Tommy Joe Martin got together. Martins went into the wall. They had some pretty significant damage. Their race was pretty much game over from the word go. Nothing happened in stage 1. It was won by, guess who? Ryan Sieg. Stage 2, nothing happened. It was won by, guess who? Noah Gragson. No surprise there. Then Austin Cindric apparently had a tire going down because everybody was struggling with right rear tires. Had a tire down. He lost control, tried to save it, brought out a late race yellow. Then the first green-white checker. Contact between A.J. Allmendinger and Riley Herbst. They collected Michael Annett and Daniel Hemrick, who goes hard in the inside wall, which the rear tires were off the ground and he could have flipped. And it set up a second late race restart, and Chase Briscoe, the person who lost his crew chief because of what happened on Saturday, comes back to win the Xfinity race number 2. That one was to make up for Iowa, so there you go. So the top 10 results in race 2 for the Xfinity Series was Chase Briscoe to win, Brandon Jones 2nd, Ross Chastain 3rd, A.J. Allmendinger 4th, Noah Gragson 5th, Justin Haley 6th, Myatt Snyder 7th, Harrison Burton 8th, Riley Herbst 9th, and Austin Cindric, despite that tire issue, came home in the 10th position. Then we go to the Cup Series race at Homestead for the Dixie Vodka 400, which, before it even began, let me remind you, it was like the 24 hours of Homestead. Before it even began, after the command, boom, Mother Nature said, not so fast, and delayed the start of the race. Actually, it delayed the start of the race not once, not twice, but 3 times, because we had a lightning delay. That delayed the race 2 hours and 8 minutes. Then the first actual incident was Ryan Newman spinning, coming off turn number 4, which also brought out the competition yellow. And just as you thought Mother Nature was done with weather, oh no, boom, another lightning delay. Happened at lap 34, you mean? Yeah, I've already done the first one. So they had to sit there for almost 39 minutes. Weather was not an issue after that, so that's good. The rest of stage 1, after it went to nighttime, nothing happened. Denny Hamlin won stage 1 and stage 2. And then the only final caution was Ryan Newman ran in the back of Joey Logano like a numbskull. Logano hit the wall with the rear of the car, even though he saved it, but brought out the yellow. And then Joey Logano, driving 10 feet up his butthole, decided to impede the leaders and should have been given a black flag by NASCAR, but NASCAR decided they were too busy to smoke a marijuana bar at Miami and allowed Denny Hamlin to pass Chase Elliott, and Denny Hamlin wins the Dixie Vodka 400. That's why NASCAR is drinking vodka from a glass bar. So there you go. So the top 10 results for the Cup Series race were the following. If I can get back to my deal. Denny Hamlin, the winner. Chase Elliott, second. Ryan Blaney, third. Tyler Reddick with a career best in fourth. Eric Almirola, fifth. Kyle Busch, sixth. Austin Dillon, seventh. Christopher Bell, eighth. William Byron, ninth. And Brad Keselowski complete the top 10. So I turn over to the panelists, and I ask you this amazing question, and that is, what were your thoughts of the Homestead weekend? I'm going to start with Zachary Taylor.
Other than all the weather delays that we had, I would say it was a pretty interesting weekend, and it was really weird not racing there October, November, whenever I usually race there, so for sure. But the racing was good, and some restarts were pretty crazy and everything. And but overall, it seemed like it was a pretty solid weekend. And most definitely, it was great to see my boy June Book back and racing at least one, probably his last time, but we'll see. So, but yeah, I mean, it was a pretty good weekend for Homestead.
He did say he was going to he's only running one Xfinity race, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, I don't blame him, if you know what I mean. What about you, David Heller? What were your thoughts on the Homestead weekend?
I think that, I don't think I got a chance to watch either the Truck or Xfinity race, but, I did see the Cup race, and, I thought that, I think Chase should have won the race, but because Joey Logano decided, let's impede traffic, oh my goodness, let's impede traffic, I don't want to lose a lap, I don't want to lose a lap. He pretty much calls the Chase to win.
Nathan Norman, your thoughts on the Homestead weekend?
Yeah, the Homestead weekend was a great weekend for NASCAR, and racing with the package and all that. And next race will be awesome, and Homestead was great.
Alright, let's put this on the ranking scale. If you guys had to rank the Homestead weekend on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being an absolute nightmare and 10 being, oh my god, it was so amazing, what would you guys rate the race? I'm going to start with Nathan Orman.
I gotta rate it a solid 9 because of the packets and a lot of great passes and just a solid race weekend.
David Heller, what would you rank that race on a scale of 1 to 10 for Homestead?
I ranked it at a 6.
By the way, Taylor, Cody is on and he's about to see what you just said in the President's chat, just so you know. Anyway, what would you rank the Homestead weekend, Taylor, on a scale of 1 to 10?
I'll give it a 9.
For me, I'm going to give it... Well, wasn't that exciting, but Xfinity and Trucks really made the weekend a little bit better than the Cup race, but... You know, that's just one of those situations, I would just say, as far as that's concerned, so. Yeah. By the way, real quickly, while I was trying to get the results, I went to smack J-Ski fully clothed, not with you-know-who. J-Ski accepted. Because J-Ski wouldn't let me get the cup results before we came on the air. What did he say?
He said he had some word in the YouTube chat.
Thank you, David. Taylor, you can go give him his point for that. Real quickly, okay. You know the Cup Series is 40 cars and Xfinity is 39. Guess how many cars are entered for the ARCA race at Talladega? Take a great guess.
40.
No.
38.
No.
38.
I said no, Orman.
Okay.
Listen to this. 21.
Wow, that's...
For Talladega, 21 cars. Are you kidding me?
That's not a good size field.
Oh, that would be a boring Talladega race for ARCA. No shit, Sherlock. In NR 2003, we're going to bump it up to 38, if you know what I mean, so.
Yeah. So, yeah. I don't know.
I just don't know why, okay. You want to know how many cars were in the ARCA East race from, was it Toledo? Take a great guess. Take a guess how many cars were in that race. Take a great guess.
15.
Yes.
Wow.
What is it with the ARCA Menard Series cars having less fucking entries than all three of NASCAR Series combined? I mean, seriously.
I think people are starting to lose interest in the ARCA series.
I rather hope I really wish NASCAR can give ARCA some more entries, if you know what I mean. 21 is not a lot, if you know what I mean.
It was 15 at Toledo, now 21 at Talladega. That's not going to cut.
Yeah, that's not good, because if you have the big one, good God, the entire field's destroyed.
Yeah, that means no one's going to win.
Yeah, except the pace car. Except the pace car. The pace car's gonna win. Like, no shit, Sherlock. The pace car should have been in the playoffs, so.
And that happens, then people gonna be like, well, I'm done watching ARCA.
Oh, several people on Facebook have said ARCA sucks. I was like, no shit, Sherlock.
Yeah, because ARCA has gone dark.
ARCA has less entries than any other entry list I've seen, besides the PT Series.
Wait, what? Wow.
ARCA has 21 cars for Talladega. So one big one could wipe out the entire field.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you say that's screwed up? You need more fucking entries in ARCA than any other fucking series. What, David? What, David? Hi, Elijah. Yeah.
And the field size, like Talladega, is very reflective of that. And Greg asked,
Well, not just that, but also the East and the...
no, Greg.
But also... Anyway. But also the East and West is the same way, because remember, that used to be the K&N Pro Series, East and West. I do want to remind you.
Yeah.
I mean, Daytona, they have, like, the biggest entry list, and all of a sudden they're, like, less than 30 cars. It's ridiculous, so. Alright, that's as far as that situation's concerned. But, hey, they'll try to put on a show nevertheless for 76 laps, which that's their first race, by the way, of the Dega weekend, which is on FS1. So, let's get right into the top story news. Boy, do we have a lot of top story news. Where did I put? Okay, let me just go to my server because I'll just make this a little easier.
You have to start playing for points.
No. First news. We talked about this a few weeks ago as far as the, the flagman from the NTT IndyCar Series who got fired. We now know why he got fired. This is what he said about NASCAR, like, I think it was a few weeks ago, and note, we do apologize for the language. This is what he said, quote, "Do these dip bleeps even understand what the flag stands for? I have lost all respect for NASCAR. I will no longer be supporting their sanctioned body. Now is the time for short tracks around the country to pull their NASCAR sanctions for their recent action towards America. I would not want to be affiliated with a group that doesn't respect what the American flag stands for," end quote. Do you think that statement, what the flagman of the IndyCar Series, went a little too far on that? I will start with David Heller.
I think that, here's the thing, I think both sides have gone too far with their stances. NASCAR went too far with its stance on this issue, and the flagman went too far with his stance, so at the end of the day, he lost his job, so that's all I'm going to say about that issue.
Zachary Taylor, what's your thoughts about the article I read?
I mean, that was pretty interesting. That was pretty interesting what he had to say, for sure.
Nathan Orman?
I think he went too far when he said that, because you cannot blame NASCAR for doing what needs to be changed. If you're blaming NASCAR, then you'll be the one to be blamed on.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sirree. Alright, next topic I want to go over. Let me read what Elijah says. Because you and whoever you got with might have a little too much fun in the middle of the show. Just kidding. Oh, I love you. I love you, Elijah, for a good reason. So, yeah, you're so funny, Elijah. That's why you're the amazing green hedgehog, and I will still always call you the amazing green hedgehog. Next topic, getting into, let me see if I can find, what did you do, Taylor?
NASCAR has announced that they are moving to the All-Star race.
Yeah, the All-Star race is being moved from Charlotte to Bristol. Now, the reason they're doing this, the reason, NASCAR is doing this is two reasons, and Brian, by the way, commented on my Facebook post, if I can get back to it. Here's why this was mentioned. First, North Carolina's closed everything due to the rise of COVID-19 cases within the past month. ARCA had a contract to run at Charlotte that's owned by SMI. Guess what? Kentucky is owned by SMI. So they're going to make that track the same day with the Xfinity Series with social distance guideline because there's two garages at Kentucky. This makes more sense. At Bristol, you can't do social distance guideline when there's two series there. So this kind of makes a lot of sense.
Kentucky is a great idea.
Yeah.
Because two garages at Kentucky with social distancing is a great thing to have.
What about you, Taylor? Do you like ARCA moving to Kentucky instead of Charlotte?
Well, I'll be interested to see how well they will do at Kentucky. Kentucky usually produces pretty good racing, so hopefully they'll have some good races there.
Yeah, and I think if that is going, and if you know, Haley Deegan, and I'm not trying to rush Haley Deegan in this, but you know, this could happen probably next year. That if she wants to do some select truck races, Kentucky could be one of the tracks that she could try out because she has the experience, if you know what I mean. So we'll see how that's going to play out. Adam Stern yesterday announced that Mike Kirchheiser says, quote, "I think it's safe to say that we have been having some of those conversations when asked if the track is in play for a potential date on the Cup Series calendar for 2021. Road America is still on track to host fans for IndyCar's races next month. Would you like to see the Cup Series run at Road America?" David Heller, I'll start with you. Yeah. By the way, I sneezed, by the way, just letting you all know.
And by the way, do not look at that channel 10, the Blue Head Tuck Service.
I'll look in a minute. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Cody said Swift, and then I said Kitty. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Okay, Cody's gonna join.
Yeah, Cody's gonna join us. Anyway, by the way, I sneezed, by the way, if anybody didn't notice. Now, I want to point out, David, I did go to Road America, and I love the facility, and I would love to see NASCAR bring the Cup Series come in here. Oh, my word. By the way, where is Sean Art when you need him in this call? I don't want to talk to you right now. Someone's DMing me, and I'm not in the mood to talk to them. Anyway, I'll tell you when we get a commercial.
As I was going to say, Danny, I think that having a Cup Series at Road America is a great idea. But it would be even, I think, honestly, for me, it would be even better if it's in the chase.
Yes.
In the playoffs. But at the same time, I don't think it would be ideal
Yeah, that's definitely. Let's talk about as I'm. Oh no, Cody! Don't even look at the Blue Hedgehog server general chat.
Oh no.
Go ahead, Orman.
Here's what Bob Pogba says today. IndyCar/IMSA driver James Davison will drive the Fireboy Sports number 77 Cup entry at Talladega.
Yep.
It will be fielded in cooperation with Bird Racing and Haywood Motorsports. Primary sponsor, Royal Fireboy Whiskey.
Yeah. Let's talk about a big controversy. We mentioned about the All-Star race happening at Bristol. There was another part of the controversy that raised a lot of questions, and I don't know if anyone heard about this. But according to Adam Stern, if I can find that tweet, do not help me, I can look for it. There you are. I was looking for you. And I want everybody's opinion on this. NASCAR is considering moving numbers to the rear quarter panel of the car for next month's All-Star race as a first experiment for the Cup Series per multiple sources. Canon Series started experimenting with this back in 2017 to see if it gives sponsors better branding. If this does happen, keyword if it does happen, do you think you like the idea, or do you think you don't like the idea? Orman, I'll start with you.
If it happens, I would say, well, I like the creativity of it, but I would say I would like the idea. But if it does not happen, then that idea will be a total waste.
Yeah, but again, it's only a one race experiment, just a one. By the way, before I get to Taylor real quickly, nice start, Alex Miller in the Nora chat. That is not how you spell Tuesday. Okay, this is what okay, real quickly, this is what Alex Miller spelled Tuesday. He spelled it Tuseday instead of Tuesday. He said Tuesday. What's I'm actually gonna put that in Elijah's server, and if can. Hey, Orman, can you put this in my server in the roasting chat? This is what. Hey, Orman, check your DM on Discord. Put that in the quote. Put that in the quotes chat in my server, and I'll put that in somebody else's. GG, Alex Miller. That is not how you spell Tuesday. And that's a D word for David. Not accepted if you eject me. So somebody other than Nathan Orman and myself are on the board for a derp. Okay, where was I? Taylor, getting back on top. What's your take of the little experiment NASCAR's going to try for the All-Star race if it does happen? Keyword, if it does happen.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting. I mean, obviously it'll look really weird, having it like that, if they actually do try this experiment. So, it's gonna look really weird, but it'll be interesting, and who knows what will come out of it, if anything, but it'll be really interesting and weird at the same time.
Uh-huh.
Taylor, if it does happen, do you think it's creativity? Is it creative? Well, in that picture that Danny was showing us, I think it was last night, I think it was Blaney,
Yeah, it's really gonna be weird, but again, we saw in the K&N series, it really was interesting how it played out, so we'll see what happens. Remember, it's only a one-time deal if it does happen, just letting you know.
You said that it's very creative.
It's really creativity-wise, but it's also going to be weird at the same time, so. A few days ago. Let me look at some, let me check. There is news in F1 I want to see. Oh, yes, F1. Let's talk about some big news. Since we were last with... Hi, Cody. I saw that one coming. What were you going to say, Cody?
I got some interesting news to report. Get the NR reports, even though it's not NR 2003 reports for the most part.
Yeah.
It's pretty interesting because it's from the WRA.
Yep. Alright. Getting some news. I don't know if we document this on the weekly show last week or not, but Azerbaijan in Baku, the Singapore Grand Prix in Marina Bay, and the Japanese Grand Prix in Suzuka have announced that they have canceled their races and it would not be made up, as my stupid deal decided to pop up. I need to make sure there's no black screen. Oh, great. Okay, no black screen. We're fine. So there's that. Also, F1 is going to scrap their traditional podium ceremony. So that means no champagne, probably. Well, they'll probably hand the champagne to the drivers. No people on the podium, because it would be really weird, if you know what I mean. And then Andy Cole, the engine chief, is going to be leaving the team at the end of the season. That's going to be interesting.
For what team?
We don't know. So. Yep. Trying to see if we have any other news, any top story news. I don't think we do, other than, as Warman documented, James Davidson in the 77 for IndyCar. Or the IndyCar IMSA. Oh! Let me mention something else that came up, now that we're getting back to NASCAR news. After the truck failed inspection, Tim Vines posted on his deal that he is no longer with Afrano Motorsports. Yeah, let me read you what he said.
So that means that...
Yeah, Tim Vines was hoping to run the 03 truck for the Gander RV and Outdoor Truck Series at Daytona and again at Homestead, but circumstances outside of his control led to him heading home instead of getting a chance to race. As a result, he spent over $12,000 to run the race on Saturday and posted a video and said to private so he can't be involved. So this is what he said is, the truth is I was here. I did everything I was supposed to do. Secure the ride with the team, Mike Afrano Motorsports. Did everything financially I was supposed to do. Paid for the ride. I paid for all of the hotels. I bought 3 sets of sticker tires today before the race. That was $6,500. I paid for a first class pit crew. That was $3,500. I paid $2,000 for the transport to get down here. Everything I was supposed to do, I was at the track and ready to go. This sucks. It really sucks. The issue was the seat was too low of a position, but due to the railing inside the truck, that change could not be made at the track. He also says the 03 truck had the incorrect splitter installed, so they ended up withdrawing, and Veen says due to the frustration stemming from Afrano Motorsports, he has parted ways. He'll be moving to a new team going forward with his race fans for Trump sponsorship in the Xfinity Series, so he's going to be in the car for Talladega, so that'll be good. So I don't don't blame him, if you know what I mean. So.
Yeah, I don't blame Tim Beans at all.
Yeah. What about you, Cody? Do you blame Tim Beans for doing that, moving to Mike Harmon Racing to run races in the Xfinity Series?
I mean, I don't blame him at all. So Max Kevshier up to be.
What did he do?
And the NSCCA server, him and I talking, he said, man, it is really ironic that your last name is Smart.
No, that's funny. Yes, it was. Since I have it on the stream, it is counted funny. And now Cody's raging. David roasted you in the Blue Hedgehog roasting chat, by the way, Cody, and it wasn't me. Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, David jumped twice. He disqualified.
I do want to mention that I'm not surprised that Mike Afrano Racing has not run a lot of races lately, so it's like I wonder if that team might shut down, if you know what I mean. The way it's been going for him of late. No surprise there, so. Getting into, we're about to get ready to... Yeah. Let's get into the NR report. I'm going to start with Cody Smart, because he's got some news to tell us. Go ahead. What? Oh, wait. Well, Taylor did his earlier in the stream, so I already let that slide, so.
I'm gonna go take a look at the say he roasted me. I'm gonna go smack him.
Yeah, you probably want to scroll up, Cody, because Taylor did roast you. Yep. Okay, Cody, go ahead and get to your news, and then I'll talk about my news last.
So, first and foremost, trying to think where to start. So, in terms of where the WROA is concerned, for those who don't know, I am currently running the Realtree Pro Series, and the previous events, if I could scroll up, the results from that race. Oh, Brian said, no, boy, I'm in the wrong channel.
It's alright.
So Bradley Reed started on the pole at the California Roval after some uncertainties. And man, I tell you, I tried to make it action-packed at least. And cannot say very much in the description, but at the end of the day, Colton Hill in the 78 gets the first career win in the inaugural Realtree Pro Series race, with Devin Fair finishing second. Getting Toyota first place in the manufacturer standings, and due to a fourth place finish by Eric Olsen, teammate of the affair, BK Racing is currently first in the team standings. Now, we do have a couple of people that are in the series, including Zachary Taylor and Danny Foyle's driver, Petty Johnson. They did not fare all too well. At the start of the race, Petty Johnson had a mechanical issue and had to take her car in the garage after qualifying 25th. Zachary Taylor, on the other hand, avoided the first wreck, but ended up making contact with his teammate Alex Fletcher as those two smacked the wall around the carousel coming out of turn number 2, causing both of the Michael Waltrip racing cars to be out of the race. Coming up in the next day or so, we'll have the Go or Go Home race to see if Zachary Taylor and Benny Johnson could be one of the top 5 drivers from the race to transfer to the main event at race number 2. So that's for the Realtree Pro Series. Now, another big announcement that I have, which, by the way, don't accept if you reject me when I say
Oh
this.
my word.
But note number 1, I ended up winning the Nintendo Diecast Championships by beating Wyatt Floor and 2 other championship contenders. Nice. And number 2 is that due to how I won that championship, I am one of the 3 candidates that could be voted into the WRA Hall of Fame. So that's another thing. And I am not going to reveal the votes, even though the WRA members chat, they do have the current update on the vote by somebody. But there could be a chance that I could be the 3rd person to be inducted into the WRA Hall of Fame. Wow. Other than Bradley Ream and who else? I'm looking up who else.
I was gonna mention, Elijah, he said WRLOA, so he kinda got that mixed up with your league, so just letting you know.
Yeah, it's WORA.
Mm-hmm.
There. If you need to give me the server, I'll look that up.
Oh.
Come on. We're on Planets as the second driver.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, well, I'm probably not going to be able to mention him at the moment in time. But yeah, just saying that right now.
Okay, I thought you did, but never mind.
We'll see if Benny Johnson and Zachary Taylor can make the show at Augusta, the first short track of the season and the second race of the Realtree Pro Series. And that will conclude the WORA side of things. And okay, you might as well go on. Okay, so can I make an announcement about the PCSRA, Danny?
Sure, because I'm currently eating skills right now and I'm not sharing with Cody.
Okay, so after a 4-year hiatus, the PCSRA have announced that they are going to have made the epic return of one of the series. The returning series is going to be the PCSRA Gateway Dash Series.
Which was, by the way, run by Alex Hawkins, so...
Yeah, and it's great to have that series back.
Yes.
In the PCSRA.
I believe Gabriel Wonderly won the championship back in Season 1, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think he did.
Yeah, by the way, if you have not seen the Gatorade Pro Series race, or the Dash races from Alex Hawkins' channel, I put a playlist in I put it in Elijah's server, and I'll put it in the yeah, well, once we get that build, because
I already created it.
oh, you already did? Oh,
Yeah,
wait, where is it? Barnes and Noble, where is it? Oh, there it is.
Coca-Cola Truck Series.
Alright, thanks. There's the playlist if you've not seen the races. Because we went to tracks like like several Canadian tracks and tracks you don't normally see in PCSRA, if you know what I mean. So, yeah. Orman can also go announce about his new signees as far as that's concerned.
Oh yeah, is it? Yeah. So my team, Nathan and Musbus, have announced that Abigail Burling will also have been signed to be racing in the number 93 Coca-Cola Flex model in the PCSRA Coca-Cola Truck Series. Abigail Burling was a former member of the Burling
Motorsports before they shut down.
Yeah, before they shut down. This will mark the first PCSRA event for the defensive winner at Michigan since being released from the hospital after recovering from multiple injuries, in which Abigail has been cleared by doctors. I was trying to work up a plan on making a pit scheme for the Abigail Burling in the number 24 to use in the All-Star race in the Reese's Pro Series.
Yeah, which she's going to run a limited schedule.
Yeah, and my team also announced that Abigail Burling will also run a part-time schedule in the Reese's Pro Series in the number 95 Lightning McQueen throwback Chevrolet. I announced that I would purchase the contract of Mary Ann Jamestown, who was let go by RCR due to downsizing the team and sponsorship. No word on how many races Burling and Jamestown will run this season. And by the way, Mary Ann Jamestown is like me. She's autistic.
Yes. Which also I do need to mention, All-Star Weekend, it will be Abigail Furling in that ride because she won last season at Michigan. Here's the other thing. I just did a little stat deal. Before she won Michigan, you want to know the last time Abigail Furling went to Victory Lane?
When?
It was her first, by the way, from last season. It was the first time she won a race since, listen to this, since Ricky Raceway in 2014. 2013 or 2014 was the last time she went to Victory Lane.
Wow.
Yes. That's what Dennis Stats Kelly just told me. Plus, here's the thing, even though Abigail Furling did win a race last season in Division 3 at Michigan, it was not enough for her to get herself inside the top 30 in points for a playoff spot. So, unfortunately, but hey, a win's a win. You can take a win, so yeah. Of course, I also announced that I will be leaving the NOFSRL after the season concludes, from both the Turkey Hill Series and the New Era Cup Series seasons are over, because I want to focus more on the PCSRA, if you know what I mean. So, alright, I believe if we go back to the agenda, is that everything?
I got it.
Alright, I think that's everything. Yeah. Now, real quickly, sometimes I keep forgetting to put the national anthems in there before the recap, so I need to remind myself to put a national anthem for next week's show, which we'll get to that. Before we get to recapping Talladega, I do want to mention... Before... Okay, can I mention something? No. I said before we preview Dega, there was something I needed to address. I was trying to address something, Taylor. I need to address this with all of you. Before we preview Dega, next week's weekly show, we're going to be holding a moment of silence, and here's why I say that. Because if you're not familiar, next week will mark, this year is 2020. Next week will mark 7 years since the motorsports world lost a true racer in Alan Simonson who died in the 24 Hours of Le Mans crash 7 years ago. Because we're coming up to the anniversary, by the way. So, which, as consequence, Annie Thomas and Betty Johnson will both be running a Alan Simonson throwback scheme in paying tribute to Alan Simonson, the 95 Golf Aston Martin that Simonson drove at the time when he died on the third lap of the 2013 Le Mans race. I want to point that out. So, yeah. So all the Le Mans races were paying tribute to Alan Simonson. I just want to point that out. So now let's preview Talladega, if you know what I mean. So we go from Homestead to Talladega. Now, this is the first race since Daytona, but this is also the first race with the new rules package for Talladega. It is 510 horsepower, and they are going to get rid of the tandem drafting, if I remember correctly. Let me look at the new package. Talladega package 2020. The NASCAR package. The NASCAR package 2020 for Talladega, because of the changes since Ryan Newman's wreck at Daytona. So, give me a second. Okay, rules package. That's the one I want. So here's what they have. If I can find it for Dega. I want Dega's pack. So they've cut the horsepower down to 40. It's now 510. There is a okay, here it is. If I can find it. Okay, so here it is. So it will be 5764 on the throttle body. Oil reserve tank must contain a check valve, which is mandatory. Slip tape must be applied along the entire length of the rearward facing surface of the rear bumper cover. It is a 30 to 40 horsepower, plus they added new roll cages into the car since Newman's crash at Daytona. So now the question is to the panelists. What do you think we could see at Talladega with the changes we've had since Daytona with the Super Speedway rules package? Do you think it's going to change the racing as far as that's concerned, with no tandem drafting as far as that's concerned? Or do you think it's going to be the typical Talladega we saw, if it's anything like what we saw at Daytona?
I think it's going to be a different Talladega with the rule packets, because I think he wants to make it everyone safer. And if you take away the draft, that means the race will be safer, and we can have more great battles for the lead.
All right, Taylor, what about you? No. They're trying to eliminate the two-car deal.
I gotcha. Vegas always crazy, especially in the last laps with everybody trying to get up there to the lead and stuff. So, Vegas is always crazy demolition derby. So, who knows what we'll see.
What about you, Cody Smart? What do you think we'll see at Dega with the new changes since what we saw with Newman at Daytona?
I would get to that, but we got breaking news. We just had qualifying for the go-home race, and we have the starting lineup. Chase Buck will be starting on the pole with Noah Kim at the outside front row. Zachary Taylor will start 8, and Betty Johnson will start 10. Remember, the top 5 after 3 laps will be in the show, and birds and no.
What did you do, Cody? Did you derp? Did you derp, Cody?
I screwed up.
Not accepted if you eject. Hey, Taylor. You know the funny part is I have that on the stream too. No, that's funny. Cody messed up. Not accepted if you eject me. I can't believe. I knew. I was like, okay, every time I'm on the weekly show, I know somebody's going to derp. By the way, Cody, you're not the only one who got a derp point today. Alex Miller also got a derp point because he misspelled Tuesday.
Okay, now that's even funnier.
Yes.
I can spell that.
Oh, okay. Okay, getting back on topic, what do you think we'll see at Talladega with...
Talk about tandem racing. Only told us not like you know. So,
But there's no tandem, even though that's going to happen, just letting you know.
yeah, so they're trying to minimize tandem racing.
Yeah, they're trying to make it like a pack racing, like what we saw back in the day, so... I don't mind that.
So, I feel like I understand why they want to minimize two-car racing, or even car racing, I should say, because they really don't want to see these cars like really pull away from each other, and that also causes the prevention of like any driver's race. I'm trying to say it that way, because I mean, packed racing is where it's at. And what they're trying to do is trying to make it better if they could. I mean, to me, I think they're doing pretty good. But the only problem I have is the one lane train that goes to the entire field. That's where the tandem racing begins. The goal in mind is try to get rid of this. So, train track racing through one lane for 20 laps. And then possibly have an anticlimactic ending to a plate race. So...
Nice derp, Greg!
Hey, look at that! Dirt number 3!
Look at the president's chat. Look at what he said. Okay, he said Avid Heller instead of David Heller.
Nice dirt!
Not accepted if you eject me.
Nice dirt, Greg. You know, already said not to eject me earlier. Okay, so, yeah, by the way, good thing Alex Fletcher did not see this, or at least I don't think he did, because if he did, which he may or may not have, he was probably going back, and I would not say, because, and I would say not accepted, that's a wrong stuff, but yeah,
Even though you technically roasted yourself, but I'll let that slide.
yeah, because I said not accepted, so, that's what it said, but you like that.
Not accepted if you eject me.
It's not accepted to me, technically roasting myself. Alright, so, yeah, that's all I have to say about trying to prevent this whole, it's not really tandem racing, but it's like one lane train racing. Might as well call it that way. So yeah, who's next in line?
David, what do you think we'll see at Talladega with the changes since Newman's wreck at Daytona?
Good question, very, very good question.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the first
I think he's looking at the end of the world for some reason.
is, yeah, it's like, it's hard to think about multiple things at once.
Yeah, while we're waiting for David, I do have a note from Dennis Stats-Kelly though. We mentioned about the All-Star race. This will be the third track NASCAR has hosted the All-Star race at a different venue. A 32-year streak of NASCAR hosting the All-Star race at Charlotte came to an end. Last time the Cup Series did not run the All-Star race was at Charlotte was 1986 at Atlanta Motor Speedway.
So the tracks that hosted All-Star race is going to be Atlanta, Charlotte, and now Bristol.
Yep. Okay. Oh.
David's not with his wife.
So what do you think we're gonna see at Talladega, David? Getting back to you,
Might as well get back to
since
probably in the latest reactions call over the course of the weekend, you'll probably hear me say, caution and immediate red flag, a bunch of fines.
yep.
I think we're going to have several big ones coming up over the course of the weekend at Talladega.
Oh, definitely. And by the way, Cody, just letting you know, there's only 21 ARCA cars.
The big ones are to be expected.
Yeah. Can you believe, Cody, there's 21 ARCA cars for Talladega for the first race? It's crazy.
Yeah, 21, that's not a lot. Usually you get a good chunk of cars out there, but I guess due to coronavirus, the economies and the money for a bunch of lower funded teams probably can't afford to have a wrecked car
Yeah.
like other teams, so they're just waiting until a short track to enter, and that's going to be
Oh, there was only 15 cars at freaking at Toledo. There was 15 at Toledo. So, all right, let's get right to our predictions. Brought to you by Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans. Rocket Mortgage is with you every step of the way. For those of you that are new to this channel and you don't know how our predictions go, it goes like this. Driver to win, driver to stay away from, driver you pick as the dark horse. 1 point apiece, since there's like 6 points on offer. Let me just go over the standings. By the way, I had to give David some points for what he did in the YouTube chat. Global, everything's been the same. Cody Goforth 538, yours truly 537, Cody Smart 536, Orman 534, Greg 533, Taylor 530. Since there's going to be 3 races next week for Global. So the NASCAR standings going into this race, and this is unofficial because I have not installed the new penalty on somebody, and I'm not going to say his name out loud. Cody Smart has a 23-point lead over Greg Rutz. He has 350 points. Greg Rutz in second at 327. Nathan Orman is in third place with 323 points. Kyle Langland's almost in the 300s. He's at 296 in fourth. Zachary Taylor rounds out the top 5 with 291. Yours truly is in 6th with 289. Q-Man is 7th at 264. David Heller is 8th at 212. Great Lakes is 9th with 209. Cody Goforth completes the top 10 with 176 points. And Andrew Ramsey is last with 168. So, you guys have gotten the entry list, I assume. Alright, so I'm going to do a coin toss to see who goes first. I'm going to change this up. I'm going to say David Heller, you are going first. Hang on, I gotta go smack a kitty. Yes, that is a random line. What happened? Oh, Taylor almost accepted his own roast, Cody. Yeah, he actually accepted his own roast on my end, but he ended up saying no, we tied. So Barnes and Noble. And he almost got me twice, but we both tied that. You should have the entry list because I sent it to you in your DM. Wait, did I not send? Yeah, I did send. Wait a minute. Barnes and Noble, I did not send it to you. Hang on a second. Not accepted, Taylor. You know what? You know what was funny is Ormond derping. Now that was even funnier. I got you. I sent you the entry list in your DM. Yeah, the entry list is in your DM. If anyone's asking what the Unhinged 300 is, it's a movie. I found out the other day.
Okay, so I'm gonna start out with Cup because that was the first image you sent me.
Alright, so let's start with Cup.
Why don't you win? I am going to go with Christopher Bell.
Whoa! Now the first part of the big shocker comes up, boys. I saw that one coming.
Let me explain why I say stay away from Chase Elliott. I say that because, Danny, you probably agree with me on this, but it seems as if Chase, when it comes to race time, he does not do well on plate tracks. I don't know what it is about Chase in the plate track, but for some reason he just does not do well on those. And hang on just a moment while I am get Chanel off the table.
Not accepted if you eject me. By the way, I also got that on the stream too.
That's so funny when David rages. That's even funnier than when I rage.
But I'm not gonna eject you, Cody.
That is fun.
That is funny when you did it on my live stream. That's even funnier. Okay, who's your dark horse? Getting back on topic here. I had to do that, just sorry. Okay, Chanel is your dark horse, okay.
David's coming through.
David, who's your dark horse? No surprise! Oh, there goes David. Discord kicked him out. Okay, while we're waiting for David to give me his dark horse, I'm gonna go to Zachary Taylor. Oh, never mind. Okay, who's your dark horse, David? Now getting back to you. Matt Kenseth, Alright, Xfinity.
Xfinity.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna pop up the weather for Daga while you're doing that. By the way, no rain expected for both Xfinity and Cup this weekend.
Okay.
You're driving to win for Xfinity.
I'm gonna say AJ
Whoa, hey now. Get your game on. Not Justin Algier, Greg. I saw that one coming 3 seconds away. Who's your dark horse? Not Mikey or Annette, Kendall. Remember when Kendall did that on the Pit Stop show? I was like, bruh. Alright, next person, Zachary Taylor. Since he does his picks backwards. What? Oh, brother. I want to do an enchilada dance. I'm just kidding. Okay, what's your predictions for Stay Away From Taylor for Xfinity? Wow. You just ripped off David's pick. Good job. Nice job ripping off David's pick for Stay Away From Taylor. Good job. Good boy. Continue. Oh, hey now. Get your game on, bud. Oh, dear God. Who wins, Taylor? Wow. Okay, if you think somebody thought Timmy Hill was bold enough, that's even bolder. Dang it, that was my choice. Dang it, that was actually going to be my good choice. Well, actually, I might pick somebody good. Oh, good lord. I might pick... Well, actually... Okay, Michael McDowell. I like how you don't capitalize the M there, phone. GG. And you make me almost derped, and I would have smacked you for that. Okay, your driver to win. So the driver I bounced. Taylor, that was classic. And my driver to win belch. Nice motivational belch, Taylor. I'm sorry, but that's too damn funny. Oh my god. That should be in the funny moments. Taylor saying, "Am I driver to win?" belched. Taylor, I have to say that was probably the best moment of the weekly show this year, period. Okay, you're driver to win, now that you got the belch out of the way. Yes. Michael McDowell. Who's your driver to win, Taylor? Now getting back after the belch part. Okay, not funny as a driver. Okay, for real. Not accepted if you eject me. Who do you think's gonna win Talladega? We could see a first-time winner like what we saw with Stenhouse. Don't look at the general chat what I just posted. Not accepted, Taylor. Look what I posted in the general chat. Mr. Glorious Bobby Road is typing. I know where this is gonna go. Okay, Nathan Orman, you're next, by the way. Please put that in the funny quotes chat. Please do that. I'm gonna put it in Elijah's while you're doing that. Oh, dang it. David. I had to do that, Taylor, because... I had to do that, Taylor, because of the fact it was even funnier. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Dang it, David! Stop with the laughing point. Well, he's already disqualified with his wife, so... Oh no, you did not do what I think you just did. 6. I didn't do it, Elijah. I swear, I did not do it. Oh no. Sorry, Elijah, I didn't do it. Okay. Orban, you could go ahead and go next, since I had to get down there and I had to save the picks. If not, I'd be screwed. Jiminy Chris. No, I said Jiminy Chris is what I said. I didn't finish the last part. So, yeah. Jiminy Crickets. Taylor, that is not a C word because I said crickets, ya derp. That's a misinformed Derp Taylor.
This is gonna be a soccer. Wait, never mind. It's not gonna be soccer. Noah Grayson's gonna be my driver to win. Trying to stay away from. I'm gonna say. Trying to stay away from. Austin Sandwick.
Ooh.
AKA Austin Spindrick. Dark Horse. We gonna get the Dark Horse this week? It's gonna be a soccer, but it's gonna be another quick finish for possibly
Colin
Colin Garrett.
Garrett, wow.
Oh, that is. You would also.
Get your game on. Who's your cup pick?
Okay, now for the cup.
Actually, I may or may not pick James Davidson as the driver to win.
My driver to win for cup is Chase Elliott.
Yeah.
But you picked the best driver to stay away from. Driver stay away from Kyle Busch.
That's funny. That is even funny.
Taylor's gonna smack you for that. Dark Horse. Okay. Dark Horse, Ty Taylor.
Yes, by the way, hello Charlie, Mr. You're licking my arm while I'm doing the picks. Yeah, because alright, Cody Smart is next and then I'll read everybody else's picks. Yes.
People you don't see normally in the
24, okay. 24, hang on a second. Before I get to Cody's picks, I need to give David 24 more laughing points. Oh, dang it. Okay, David is almost to the Bristol total for laps on the points. He's almost to 500. He's at 485. Alright. Cody, you're next. You know what I'm surprised about is nobody picked the Penske car for Cup. I just now realized that. Send me a total in my DM, Taylor, so that way I don't lose track. Okay, then okay. I need to write a note. Are you trying to hold on to me there, cat? Because every time I'm rubbing your neck while I'm typing Cody's picks down, you're trying to grab my shoulder. I'm like, come on, kitty. Well, Technically, it's 39, but
tend to wreck. One of those people that tend to wreck will be my driver to stay away from because he's wrecked out the past few races in a row. Who is it? Cody Vanderwall is the driver to stay away from. Cody Vanderwall. Let's see if he's in the
he is. He is.
Yeah. Cody Vanderwall. It's funny because his first name is Cody, but with a K.
And Cody is spelled with a C. Yeah, I roasted myself, but I am spelled with a C and not with a K.
Alright, so, dark horse. For the dark horse, let's see. Well, you're probably going to see quite a few underdogs in here, and I know this driver has finished somewhat decently at plate races as of late. I'm going to go on and pick the driver who could be contending to make the playoffs that we have never expected.
Oh!
As a dark horse.
Who-
You're excited. Wow.
Look what Elijah said in the YouTube chat, by the way. He said, C is for cookie and cookie good enough for me. I'm like, oh! Chocolate chip cookies I bake with Andy Thomas, fully clothed and not with you-know-who. Laughing points, Greg! When I go over my predictions, please... It's only the weekly show members that can look at it. Alright, Cody, your cup picks.
Okay, so if I take a look at Cup,
Oh.
this really varies, but
Oh, Orman, check your DM while I'm doing this.
plenty of drivers getting multiple wins this season. We have a crazy tendency of that. So I am stuck between picking an obvious one and a very bold one. There, because I mean somebody could get their first career win, and the other one could become the winningest current driver at Talladega if he pulls it off. So, taking a look at, well, okay, every time, okay, here's a fun fact. Every time I pick my favorite driver as a driver to win, he sucks. Every time I pick him as a driver to win, he sucks, and that's happened for the past couple years. So, I am not going to get tricked by that and pick this particular driver. Do I think he has any chances of winning at Dega? Slim to none. But with his luck that he somehow managed to pull off, and I don't know why he's managed to pull that off, but the team has won a few races at plates before, so I can kind of trust them a little bit. I am picking the myth, the legend, the rush driver that has somehow managed to be in the top 2 of Rookie of the Year standings, John Hunter Nemechek is the driver to win.
Wow!
Right now. So, you think that will be going back to Midday Lane at Talladega? Yeah, that's what I believe. That's what I think. Yeah, because the last time, everything is starting to come together for some reason. For some lucky reason. Yeah, and by the way, the last time was won at Talladega.
Was David Reagan.
David Reagan in second place went to David Gillen. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm taking a pretty bold risk on this one. Okay. Yeah. Driver to stay away from. I'm gonna pick a car that will clearly not compete with the rest of the field. So, BJ McLeod. Oh, BJ McLeod. Okay.
Remember, it's Talladega. You can get away with it, but next week you can't. Dark horse.
My dark horse is going to be, well, this one could be a bit of tends to do pretty good, and is a super quick to learn on plate races. And the Benedetto has kind of learned at least a tad at Daytona, so I kind of expect him to do some decent moves.
That would be David. Hey, Orman, can you can't see how many laughing points Greg got, and then DM me so I write a note down? My server, the PCSRA server. Look at the funny quotes chat. Here, I'll ping you if you can't find. Alright, while Orman is doing that, before we get to my predictions, let me read you some other people's predictions, starting with Cody Goforth. So for Xfinity, he took Chase Briscoe as driver to win. Driver stay away from Ross Chastain, Justin Haley as the dark horse. For Cup, he took Denny Hamlin as the driver to win. Driver stay away from Eric Jones, Kevin Harvick as the dark horse. That's interesting. And then Kyle Langland. For Xfinity, he took Chase Briscoe as the driver to win, Justin Allgaier driver to stay away from, and AJ Allmendinger as the dark horse. For Cup, he took Ryan Blaney as the driver to win, Bubba Wallace the driver to stay away from, Cole Custer as the dark horse. For Quentin Moore, he said AJ Allmendinger will be the driver to win, Riley Herbst as driver to stay away from, and dark horse is Ross Chastain. For Cup, he took Ryan Newman, driver to win, driver stay away from Joey Logano, and Tyler Reddick as the dark horse. For Great Lakes, here's what he said. For Xfinity, Michael Annett as driver to win, Ross Chastain as the driver to stay away from, and AJ Allmendinger as the dark horse. For Cup, he took Kevin Harvick, driver to win, Joey Logano, driver to stay away from, Tyler Reddick as the dark horse. Okay. Thank you. Did you write down Great Lakes' picks, Orman? Alright, sweet. Now it's my turn! Oh god, I am going to be killing myself for this. I knew you were gonna say that. Okay. You guys made some J award and a J award. Anyway, I think you guys should have just listened to me well. Because my driver to win for Xfinity, I think you got, as I was saying, I think a lot of you made some very good picks, but nothing bigger than mine. Which brings me to my driver to win. He really did well. I'm going to say Ross Chastain as the driver to win for the Cup, for the Xfinity race. No, I corrected myself. It's Xfinity. So for the Xfinity series. The driver to stay away from... What? David. What? What? Yes. Driver to stay away from? Oh boy. To be fair, I think you guys also should have picked this driver because I can tell you one thing for certain. It's not going to be a good thing. And I might back up this pick and say that my driver to stay away from, I gotta say, stay away from Jeremy Clements. Yeah, super speedways have not been very kind for Jeremy Clements, and I think he's definitely a good candidate as driver to stay away from. Dark horse. I gotta go with my boy. Joe Graf Jr. as the dark horse.
Oh, wow, Danny, I have conflicting picks now.
Alright, for Cup. Yeah. Now to Cup. Oh no, this is not going to be good. I don't know if I'm going to trigger somebody or make somebody happy. Oh man. Driver to win. Oh no, I'm just cringing myself right now. You know what? I would love to see the 88 car in victory lane. Alex Bowman as the driver to win. Not accepted if you eject me. Driver to stay away from? Oh man. I just feel so guilty about this because really, to be honest, if there is one driver you should have picked for driver to stay away from based off what we saw at Daytona, I have to say stay away from Ricky Stenhouse Jr. because ever since he won 2 restrictor plate races, he's really been struggling lately. And he's not doing so well. So that's why he's my driver to stay away from. Dark Horse? Oh boy. What?
Look what I just did.
Hey, Ricky Rackhouse Jr. Oh boy. I knew you were gonna do that, Orman. I knew you were gonna do that. Dark Horse. Oh no. Oh no. Why do I even bother picking a Dark Horse? If there's one driver you guys should have picked for a Dark Horse, I have to say Ryan Newman as the Dark Horse. Well, he should have won Daytona, but got wrecked. But I think he'll bounce back and do well on the plate. As I'm just, yep, that's all of our picks. Final thoughts, guys, starting with Zachary Taylor. Oh, real quickly before we get to Cody Smart's final thoughts, I thought I would show you a paint scheme that Alex LeBay is going to pilot for the Xfinity race. Yeah, because they didn't get a they didn't get a graduation date or anything like that. They want to be on the card this year. So, Nathan Orman, your final thoughts. David Heller, final thoughts. Yes. Cody Smart, your final thoughts.
I just think it's going to be a crazy race out there in Talladega, and it could come down to a wild card winner, but the odds of that are slim to none, especially in Xfinity, where that might not even happen at all. We'll probably see Brian C. PCSRA finish inside the top 5, but that's all you're going to get.
Yeah. I do want to mention, after Talladega, we are halfway through the regular season for the Cup Series. 13 down, 13 races to go until we get to find out who the 16 drivers will be in this season's chase for the championship. Let's take a look at this week's upcoming events, brought to you by Red Carpet Charter, the official charter company of the PCSRA. We are going to be hosting our special event tomorrow, which will be on our sister station on News Radio 1000 KTOK. The PCSRA presents the Girl Scouts of America Foundation, which is a special charity that the PCSRA got involved in back in 2014. We've been doing a lot of fun with this charity ever since, and all of the money we raise will donate that to the Salvation Army and to the men and women who have been fighting for our country. So special opportunity there. So really excited, if you know what I mean, on that. So that's a look at this week's upcoming events. As far as looking at this week's upcoming PCSRA weekly show events, I want to say first off, happy Father's Day to all of the dads out there, as far as that is concerned. So yeah, next week we're going to recap Dega. Of course, we'll have first off our moment of silence to remember. Nice motivational belch. First off, we have the. Alright. First, we're going to do the moment of silence to remember Alan Simonson. We'll recap Dega. We'll get you caught up on some news and notes. In the NR report, we'll take you through the breaking news stories and all that good stuff. And then we're looking ahead to Pocono, to Supercars is back after their long hiatus. This will be the first picks for Supercars since February. Can you believe that? Sheesh. And it's going to be a lot of fun, and then we'll make our predictions as far as that's concerned. So that's a look at this week's upcoming PCSRA weekly show events presented by Red Carpet Charter, the official charter company of the PCSRA. The Oklahoma Highway Safety Office is a proud partner of the PCSRA Weekly Show, and we remind all of our friends that together we can end DUI. Visit enduyok.com for more details. One little note from Dennis Stats Kelly is that we are really excited to see what Talladega provide, because the question that I always ask myself when we go to Dega, could Talladega be a turning point in the prediction standings? We'll just have to wait and see. Don't forget the IMSA podcast will be back in a few weeks' time, as we'll get you caught up on the IMSA news and notes, and that should be a lot of fun there. I want to thank our great crew today for joining me. They are Zachary Taylor, Cody Smart, Nathan Orm, and David Heller. Our statistician, Caleb Hobbs. Producer and engineer, Zachary Fitzwater, Jackie Ting, Alex Hawkins. Dennis Stats Kelly, our spotter, Greg Wood Black. Engineer, producer, Michael Dean. Tom Shores and Greg Rutz, our sideline engineer. Crystal Fontana, our PCSRA expert. And Seth Summer, running the show for us back in our Learfield IMG College Network studios. Congratulations to our winners from Homestead Miami Speedway on a good race weekend down there in Florida, as the Florida portion of the NASCAR season comes to an end in 2020. So we won't see them until 2021. Until next Tuesday, my friends, when we recap Dega, do our moment of silence to remember Alan Simonson, play our national anthems, take you through the breaking news stories, get you caught up on some news and notes in the NR report and all that good stuff. And we look ahead to Pocono Raceway and the return of the V8 Supercars. This is Dean Nichols, aka PCSRA Blue Hedgehog 26, in my 10th season, saying these great words: Happy Father's Day! And Boomer Sooner, everybody!
PCSRA Weekly Show fans, thank you for joining us for today's episode of the PCSRA Weekly Show on the Blue Hedgehog TV. We hope to see you every Monday and Tuesday inside our PCSRA studios in War Acres, Oklahoma, for more episodes of the PCSRA Weekly Show throughout the 2020 race season. This PCSRA Weekly Show broadcast has been brought to you by Budweiser, Love's Travel Stops, iHeartMedia, The Oklahoman,
Newcastle Casino, Devon Energy, Sonic Drive-Ins, Rudy's Country Store and Barbecues, Harkins Theaters, and by the Oklahoma Highway Safety Office, where we encourage all of you fans that together we can end DUI. Thanks for listening to the PCSRA Weekly Show. The preceding has been a Learfield IMG College presentation on the PCSRA Sports Network. Copyright 2020 by the National Association of Professional Racing Leagues and the Pacifica Sports Racing Association, Incorporated.